Welcome to Eternal Manna, the daily devotional broadcast of Grace Gospel Church. We are looking at the Harvest Psalm, Psalm 65, and we are looking at verse 1. Praise awaits you, O God, in Zion. Zion refers to Jerusalem, it refers to the temple, and that's where the people congregate for corporate worship. To you, our vows will be fulfilled. In the Old Testament, constantly you come across this word vows. Today, we may not necessarily use the word vow, but we use the word promises. The promises we make to God. Perform your vows or your promises. And these are vows that are generally made during times of danger. And when the deliverance comes, when God answers our prayers, then we must remember the vows that we have made and be sure to keep them. And one of the ways that we can keep our vows is to give a thank offering to God. To give a thank offering to God. I know I have come across people who do that. When God comes through in an amazing way for them, they had made a promise to God that they will give some money to the church or to a Christian cause. And there are people who have come in and given me money and said, this is a thank offering, and use it to bless the people of God. I'm quite involved in helping people in Sri Lanka who are really struggling, really struggling. And these thank offerings go a long way in helping those people. I read in Psalm 22 and verse 25, before those who fear you will I fulfill my vows. So said the psalmist. Before those who fear you refers to God's people. I have made these promises to God either in public or privately, and now I'm going to keep them as the people of God watch and observe. I want to be known as a person of integrity. If I make a promise, I'm going to keep it. And we read in Psalm 50 and verse 14, sacrifice thank offerings to God, fulfill your vows to the Most High. I mean, very clear words. Psalm 50 and verse 14. Psalm 56 and verse 12, I am under vows to you, O God. I will present my thank offerings to you. Can you see the repeated use of thank offerings given as a part of the keeping of the vows? A vow unkept will burn the conscience like a hot iron. Let me repeat that. A vow unkept will burn the conscience like a hot iron. So, there are two ways that you and I can keep our vows, the promises that we make to God. One is, of course, the thank offering, where we give very generously out of our finances to the Lord, to say thank you to the Lord through that financial offering. And secondly, we are able to keep our vows by serving God. That's another promise we make to God. God, if you see me through this problem, I'm going to serve you. I have even had people who said, I'm going to serve God full time. I'm going to give up my job and I'm going to serve God full time. Now, that may not be a very practical thing to do because you need an income. But certainly, you can dedicate more time to serving God. And so, whatever promise you have made to God, make sure that you are keeping them by either giving a thank offering or serving God, or better, doing both. But before you make a promise, make sure you have thought it through, prayed over it before you make the promise. And it's always good to put a promise in writing, date it. If you are making a promise to God, put it in writing, date it, and show it to your accountability partner so that that person can hold you accountable when the deliverance comes, so that you are a promise keeper and not a promise breaker. Amen.